Right now at 10, a surprise announcement. A popular lacrosse hotspot closing.
And cracking down on PFAS contamination. The new rule aiming to make drinking water safer in Wisconsin.
Plus, a government funding deal reached. Why Homeland Security negotiations drag on.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A longtime downtown restaurant is preparing to close its doors after nearly 2 decades.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the newsroom with the details. JDS.
Yeah, after nearly 20 years in downtown La Crosse, the Waterfront Restaurant and Tavern announced it will be closing permanently. The restaurant, owned by the Weber Group, first opened in September of 2006. The Waterfront family made the announcement on Facebook Thursday afternoon, saying, quote, "This restaurant was built on the obsession of hospitality, and it only worked because a lot of people showed up and did the hard work. Our staff, past and present, gave this restaurant its soul. We are endlessly proud of the work that happened here and are deeply grateful to the staff who made it matter. There are so many of you." The Waterfront family said they are closing without regrets and are extremely thankful to the community for all the years of support. Now the Waterfront is set to remain open until March 14th. Live in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, JDS. A new rule from Wisconsin's Natural Resources Board is targeting water quality. The new rule lowers the allowable amounts of PFAS in municipal drinking water from 70 parts per trillion to 4. Officials say it's a step towards safer drinking water. The board's unanimous vote aligns with federal PFAS standards. The EPA set those limits in 2024 under the Biden administration, aiming to reduce exposure to the harmful forever chemicals.
I mean, these thresholds really should have been lowered years ago. It was great when the federal government came out with these lower thresholds. And the fact that Wisconsin will now be in compliance is an amazing health benefit for the entire state.
Well, the new regulations are based on the best science that we have right now, and it's important that we try to be as protective as we can given the science that we have available to us. So that's the goal, is to make sure that Wisconsin residents are have safe drinking water.
The EPA's deadline for municipalities to meet the federal regulation is 2031.
A former Durand, Arkansas school district employee was found guilty of child sex crimes today. 22-year-old Zachary Weber was found guilty of 3 counts of soliciting intimate representations of a minor. According to the criminal complaint, Weber utilized Snapchat to try and solicit nude pictures from several victims between the ages of 12 and 15 and sent explicit photos of himself. His sentencing is scheduled for February 25th.
New help for crime victims in Eau Claire. 8 silhouettes representing crime survivors were on display at the county courthouse. It's all tied to Marsy's Law, which offers protected rights for crime victims. The display includes QR codes that connect visitors to support services.
Making sure that we are talking to every Wisconsinite at every corner of the state, reminding them that they do have rights, working day in and day out to ensure that they are being supported on their journey through the criminal justice system.
Those silhouettes were at the courthouse until 4 p.m.
Well, a day or so left of us being in the teens because we're going to be climbing here up to the 20s soon, Greg.
We got it finally coming, and it's the positive 20s, not the negative 20s that we've seen, but we are going to see some improvement. But we got to get through tomorrow because we still got some cold air conditions tonight, some wind chills too that'll be a factor. Right now, look at temperatures overall, not too bad, 9 degrees at both Winona and La Crosse. Eau Claire, you've seen that wind chill because that wind has come out of the north because of a disturbance that's coming through. And it's hard to see on this, but there is cloud cover coming through from northwest to south, northeast to southwest as this whole thing digs to the south. Overall, there's your temperature. You can see already negatives below as you go north of Eau Claire. As we look at feel-like temperatures, 14 below all the way up to Ladysmith. Occasionally as the wind kind of picks up, it'll come up and down, and that's why you see the jumping around a little bit in the temperature and the wind chills. But overall, that is what's pushing further south of the area. So it is going to feel much colder as you wake up. Not so much temperature-wise compared to what we had this morning, where some areas were near negative 20. It'll be more the wind chill this time with temperatures just below 0 or 5 to 10 below. So if you wake up, you can see there's your getting up to 11, but notice the wind chill for La Crosse, 10 to 15 below in the morning. The wind will continue all day. On and off low cloud cover too. Eau Claire a little bit colder, could reach 20 below briefly, but then they'll start seeing some improvement once again with low clouds getting back up to 5, still with that brisk north wind continuing. And we have milder conditions as we mentioned, but we also have a little bit more snow for the weekend too, and we'll explain all that a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg. And a reminder, you can always track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn weather app. Well, Governor Evers making multiple stops in La Crosse today. At the Hunger Task Force, he highlighted the importance of making sure every Wisconsinite has access to food necessities and emphasized that a higher budget is needed to help feed Wisconsin families.
Governor Evers also making a stop at the Parenting Place for a major Amplify Health announcement. The organization has earned a gold level certification as a family-friendly workplace.
With this certification, Amplify Health will represent the largest employer to be part of the family-friendly workforce initiative, not just raising the bar, but setting it for others to follow.
Amplify earned this certification following an evaluation of flexible work options, parental leave, healthcare benefits, and family-centered support programs.
Democratic U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar making it official. She is running for governor of Minnesota. In recent days, the senator has been outspoken about ICE's tactics.
We cannot sugarcoat how hard this is. But in these moments of enormous difficulty, we find strength in our Minnesota values of hard work, freedom, and simple decency and goodwill.
Klobuchar is currently in her 4th term in the Senate.
Winona County is closing County Road 26 east of Elba for a bridge replacement starting Monday. The project forces drivers from Elba to detour south on Highway 74 to St. Charles, then east on Highway 14 to County Road 33 and north to Altura. The work is expected to be completed in July. The Winona Ice Festival is underway. It's happening at the Ice Park. There's over 100 different climbing routes, and more than 350 people are registered for the event, but even more are expected to attend.
Ice climbing is a really cool form of movement outside, and I've just always enjoyed quite a bit of it and sharing it with other people, so that's the big draw for me today.
And if you're just a beginner, you can check out the ice climbing clinics there.
The Recreation Alliance of Winona held its 2nd year of the Luminary Hike tonight at the ice park. Visitors could walk a 3/4-mile loop featuring an illuminated ice wall lighting up the night sky. The Winona YMCA also joined in, providing hot chocolate and cookies to hikers and climbers.
The beauty of these, like especially this part, is getting here, you know, 15-minute hike, whereas you go to the mountains and find natural ice, you're hiking for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, like full days out.
That music, a nice jolt to the system.
Sounds like a party.
Shell says they have added 3 times the amount of lighting compared to last year's events. We've got a full schedule for the Winona Ice Festival on our website. Still to come, a new immigration boss inside Minneapolis, his promise and plan for the city.
Plus, a funding agreement secured. Why Homeland Security remains a sticking point.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now, this morning, Super Bowl tickets are breaking the bank, and Art is tracking another cold day before that weekend warm-up we've all been waiting for. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
Save big money on everything at Menards. Enchanted Gardens Wild Bird Food Blends will keep birds coming back. Get a 20-pound bag of Cardinal Mix for $14.99 after rebate. And a 40-pound bag of Signature Blend is only $26.99 after rebate. Lippmann cleaning products make easy work of even the toughest messes. Pick up this indoor-outdoor angle broom for only $8.99. And get the nitty-gritty roller mop on sale for $9.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
It's the Power Up Reclining Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. On top of sale prices, when you power up your recliner, sofa, or sectional, there's special financing and free delivery. For the most comfort control, upgrade your recline with adjustable headrest and adjustable lumbar, all at the push of a button. At Drury's, you'll find Lazy Boy, Stressless, and Flex Steel, all our top brands, and all on sale. Special prices, special financing, and free delivery. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
A new ICE boss is officially on the ground in Minneapolis. Border czar Tom Homan revealing a lot in his first meeting with the media. He says a drawdown of ICE personnel could start soon. Homan also signaling a change in tone, but not the mission. In order for a drawdown in the number of agents to happen, Homan says they'll need access to local jails to find immigrants. Here's what one Winona resident had to say.
I think everything will just be the same. And I just want it to be better. And I want my friends to feel safe when they go outside.
Homan did reaffirm the right to protest peacefully, but warned there will be zero tolerance for violence against ICE officers.
Developing in D.C., a deal is in place to pass 5 key spending bills funding much of the government and avoiding a shutdown.
CBS News correspondent Erica Brown reports from Capitol Hill.
The deal between Democrats and the White House includes funding various government agencies with 5 spending bills, while removing the Department of Homeland Security from the broader spending package. It comes as negotiations for reforms to ICE are set to get underway in the wake of the deadly shootings by federal agents in Minneapolis. In a social media post, President Trump said, quote, Republicans and Democrats have come together to get the vast majority of the government funded until September. At a cabinet meeting Thursday, the president expressed hope an agreement would be reached.
I think we're getting close. The Democrats, I don't believe, want to see it either. So we'll work in a very bipartisan way, I believe, not to have a shutdown.
The deal also includes a measure to temporarily fund the Department of Homeland Security for 2 weeks at its current levels, while lawmakers negotiate changes to immigration and customs enforcement during that time.
If Republicans refuse to work with us to rein in ICE and to end the violence, they're telling the American people they're choosing to protect ICE over choosing to protect people's safety.
I mean, Chuck Schumer wants to shut down the government because he wants to hurt Donald Trump. This is not to solve problems. If he cared about this, why didn't he do it when they had power? If they cared about putting control on ICE, they could have done this.
On the Senate floor, Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called for ICE reforms, including ending roving patrols, preventing agents from wearing masks during enforcement operations, and keeping body cameras on. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A 55-year-old man is facing assault charges after authorities say he attacked Representative Ilhan Omar during a Minneapolis town hall. Video allegedly shows Anthony Kazmierczak approaching Omar and using a syringe to spray apple cider vinegar on her. Hennepin County Jail records show he was transferred to federal authorities today.
Possible problems for Costco's rotisserie chickens. They're at the center of a possible class action lawsuit. It's because Costco advertises there are no preservatives in the chicken. The suit claims the birds contain sodium phosphate and carrageenan. Costco says those ingredients keep the chicken moist and are approved by food safety authorities.
Apple's latest earnings report exceeded Wall Street's expectations. Revenue hit $143.8 billion for the quarter, up from $124.3 billion a year ago. The increase largely driven by the iPhone 17, which came out in September. The results come after a challenging 2025 for Apple. The company had to deal with tariffs and a high-profile delay of its revamped version of Siri. Apple CEO Tim Cook says it will arrive this year.
Well, Starbucks is rolling out a new afternoon menu after the coming weeks with new snack and drink options like tea, matcha, and energy drinks. Starbucks officials say the new energy drinks will derive caffeine from green coffee extract or unroasted coffee beans instead of synthetic ingredients. The new afternoon menu will also include snack options with protein and fiber.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, as we get closer to Groundhog Day, we're actually going to feel a little bit more like early February, but it comes with a chance for some snow. So we'll plan that all out for you coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow,
with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
When I made my Botox Cosmetic appointment, I was nervous that I might look overdone. I wanted results that looked like me. What was important to me was that I'd still look like me, just with fewer lines. I'm happy with my results. So happy that my results are natural looking. Booking a consultation, it's a way to take time for you.
Botox Cosmetic effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm the one and only Delphina. I'm the one and only Olivia. And I'm the one and only Claire. And I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic.
Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Well, next week it certainly won't be spring and may not quite feel like temperature spring, but consider it's going to be like a 20-30 jump in temperatures. It's really going to feel quite a warm up too as we get towards the second half of next week, as we get out of this deep freeze, which has lasted about 2 weeks for the most part, staying below 32 degrees for a high temperature. If you're wondering if that's anywhere close to record, it is. That we've spent sometimes 40 to 45 days below 32, so that you'd have to get that high to even get into the mention of the top 10. So we have one push of cold air tonight, this little Arctic push here that's swinging south. This will actually be tied to the nor'easter you'll probably hear about on the news for the East Coast. Once that pushes east, then we're just going to be kind of in a northwest-west flow, which means we're going to remain active through the weekend and next week, but it's more of a seasonal or mild condition. As you can see, we get some push of milder air from the Pacific, and the Arctic air has pushed well to the north and the poles and even on the other side of the globe too. This will continue all of next week with, I think, the warmest temperatures coming towards maybe Thursday and Friday before we get another system that pulls in. Looks like a little bit cooler air next weekend, but for right now, that doesn't look to be too cold yet. But we're going to see at least a reprieve from it. Overall, you see conditions up to north. Here's where the wind chills still are the worst you can see. And there is a little bit of drifting you can kind of see on the roadways there with a little bit of gusty winds too across the interstate. You might see some of that too overnight. Don't expect any snow with it. It's just going to see the winds. And overall, big picture shows here's that disturbance pushing to the south. There's a frontal system out to the west that's going to stay there, but it's actually separating the warmer, more Pacific air to the west in the mountain areas to what we've been dealing with, more of the Arctic air for the last week and a half. Here's what you're going to overnight. We're going to see this cloud cover continue to push east. There will be temporary clearing off and on for areas, and you can see the wind chills. This is when they're going to be probably bad, 15 to 20 as we go throughout the morning time frame. Given that wind could be 10 to 15, maybe a little bit stronger at times. On and off low cloud cover will continue to push across the area. Wind chills won't see much of an improvement till we get to about noon, 10 to 15. And then in the afternoon, more low clouds developing with all this cold air coming to the south. But the wind chills will actually improve as our temperatures get up into the low teens. The winds will still be there all afternoon and eventually begin to decrease towards the evening. we're not going to quite lose that low cloud cover probably until Saturday morning. These are your low temperatures tonight. Not quite as bad as what we saw last night, given the cloud cover and the winds. Of course, the wind chill will be the factor tomorrow morning. Temperatures getting up pretty similar to what we saw today, maybe a degree or two difference depending on location. Still about 10 degrees below average. Saturday, we start seeing changes here. We get lighter winds, sunshine in the afternoon, some low clouds in the morning. But all in all, pretty nice day considered what we've dealt with. To see 20 there finally above 0.2 for a change. And then going into Sunday, getting close to average. The wind turns out the southwest. That does mean we have a system that's going to come through, and that involves some light snow. Not expecting a significant amount. You time it out, you're going to wake up Sunday morning with south winds. Overall, it's going to be mild overnight compared to what we've had lately. But then the snow will begin to approach the area probably by about noon. Sweep through the area. Light snow, not expecting a heavy snow right at any time. Maybe an inch or two at the most. It'll get out of here probably Sunday evening before midnight. As the winds turn around to the northwest, they could pick up a little bit, so you might see a little bit of that drifting snow too, but not expecting breezy conditions. Once that passes, then we got good conditions all of next week, but we still do have some snow chances going on Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday, Friday. It just depends. We're going to be right on the storm track or near it, so any of these systems coming by could give us some snow. We could warm up all the way to 31, 32 Friday, but there are signs that we're going to kind of flip a little bit towards next weekend. As I showed earlier, we might get back a little colder next weekend or the week after. But nothing like we've had right now, but we might hit 32. But I'm getting a little less confident we might just because we have cloud cover in the way.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
we'll see. We'll see. Definitely it's going to be much better than what we've had lately. So
There we go.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, down to the wire, the Cooley Region Cyclones in a tight match at home. Plus some of the best local wrestling talent on display in Holmen and Galesville. Jacob's got the highlights and reaction from the winners. Next.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale. This Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, just $4.98 a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.99 a pound. 8-ounce ribeyes, just $9.99. Fresh chicken breast, 3 for $5. Plus, you'll find even more great deals. Save in-store and online. Friday through Sunday during the 3-day meat sale. Only at Hy-Vee.
Put your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease in check with Rinvoq, a once daily pill, and it works differently.
I got rapid relief at 2 weeks with Rinvoq. Check.
It helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
And I got lasting steroid-free remission. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50+ with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall
For
cabinet?
everyone who talks about doing that thing,
over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, in just over 2 months, La Crosse will play host to the WIAA State Wrestling Team Tournament for the first time ever. A lot of teams in the area chomping at the bit to get a chance to compete at that stage, but first, some conference titles up for grabs on the mat tonight, featuring some of the top talent in Wisconsin. We'll begin in the MVC. Number 1 Division III Aquinas visiting number 2 in Division I Holmen. We'll start with a statement win at 106 by Brady Needham, a 16-4 major decision to put the Vikings up 12-6. Then right after, At 113, Brendan Henderson adding 6 points to his team's tally with a pin in 20 seconds. And Holman was stacking up the wins in the lighter weight classes tonight. Rex Lancaster notching a 23-5 tech fall to make it a 17-point lead for the home side. Then bi-state champion Martez Sheard of Aquinas trying to spark a comeback as the unbeaten sophomore would win by pin at 126. But a battle of ranked opponents at 138 would pretty much put this one to bed as Nathan Henderson gets the better of Tyler Paulson in a major decision. Vikings get the 37-28 win, and head coach Justin Lancaster was thrilled with the fight showed by his guys against a tough opponent.
That fight is awesome to see. Like, we live in a world where it's fun to see kids that have the guts to dig deep when things get hard. So we're really proud when they get in those opportunities and those moments, and they let it show of how tough they actually are. We got some tough kids. I'm really proud of them.
Two teams ranked in the top 10 in Division II facing off from GET High School. Winner will take the Cooley Conference crown. Let's jump all the way to 190 with two ranked wrestlers facing off. First period, Caden Anderson picks the ankle and is going to sweep the leg for the takedown. Then in the third period, he gets the pin to pull within 1 point of the lead. But the Titans respond right after in the 215-pound matchup. Check out this takedown for Aaron Dunnigan, which he would then turn into a pin in the first period. Home side now has the meet lead. Then at 285, check this out, folks. Brock Kaz looks to be in trouble early in the first period, but look at the reversal from Kaz that puts him in a great spot. Moments later, the referee smacks the mat for the pin, and it's the Titans taking the meet and the Cooley Conference in a big win at home.
I just knew I had to get it, because if I didn't, we're going to lose. It's just huge because this is one of our core meets where it's a big rivalry, and we just need to win it, and it's a great meet.
Awesome stuff there. Another fierce rivalry on the mat going down tonight in Sparta. And in the end, it's the Spartans who emerge victorious, winning convincingly by a final of 57-24. Over to the Panther Den we go as the Cooley Region Cyclones were hosting Wisconsin Valley Union tonight. Grace Johnsrud looking good in net early, saving Molly Fox's shot right here. But Fox wasn't done. She fires from close range and connects to draw first blood for the visitors. Second period now, Lily Sitchie sends a wrister in. Ellie Zayakowski cleans it up to put the Eagles up by 2. Later in the period, Brooke Borkenhagen gets the pass down low and makes her effort count, but it would not be enough as the Eagles net a game winner with about 3 minutes left to take this one 3-2. A couple files to pass along from boys action on the ice tonight. The Onalaska Lacrosse Co-op locks up a conference title with a 9-0 win over Viroqua, and the Avalanche score 5 times in a victory over Thomas Sparta. They've now won 3 of their last 4 contests. And the Bucks traveling to D.C. to take on the Wizards for their final regular season matchup. Still no Giannis, but Bobby Portis getting things started with a corner triple there. Then right before halftime, Kyle Kuzma against his former team, gonna go coast to coast for the slam. Then in the third, Bucks getting a little momentum. Ryan Rollins dumps it off to Pete Nance for the power flush. Then with a minute left in the fourth, Bucks within striking distance, but it's Alex Sarr with a floater over Miles Turner to seal the deal. Bucks fall in this one, 109-99 is your final. Busy night here tonight of wrestling action before it gets even busier tomorrow with the Frenzy. 15 games, I believe, of hoops action. So if anyone was looking for hoops action tonight, we'll have plenty.
You are going to have them covered tomorrow.
I think we'll have every base covered.
Every
area of the map.
And a much anticipated return because we had the cold temperatures essentially knock out the Frenzy last week.
Mother Nature wasn't having it, but tomorrow it looks like we're all systems are a go.
Fantastic.
All right, more news right after this.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on Thomas Cole and Prana Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
I
swear you are single-handedly keeping this place in business.
Come on, I'm not here that often.
Ben, long time no see.
Hey.
She's joking. You were here yesterday. Good thing the BMO digital banking app groups your spending into categories like eating out.
Not here that often.
What's up, Ben? So it's easy to keep an eye on your money and see how you're tracking against a monthly budget.
Perfect. Can I get a slice of the Ben, please?
Ben, it's good to finally put a face to the slice.
BMO.
There's obviously a lot of different health issues related to untreated hearing loss. Hearing loss can affect tinnitus, depression, isolation, heart health, cognitive decline, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, safety and balance. The point is, you're never too old to do something.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
I don't know if the world knows this, but kids are expensive. And when we found out we were pregnant, of course, we were looking for any ways to slash bills.
And making sure we only had what we needed so that everything was less stressful.
And saving money with our internet bill really helped us out a lot. Came to Spectrum because we were with AT&T before, and Spectrum just had better deals.
That money we saved with Spectrum just added to what we could repurpose for our daughter.
Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
Get a sleep like no other on a handmade mattress from Heirloom at Home Sleep Express. Right now, get a free head-up adjustable base with a queen or king Heirloom mattress and pay no interest for 5 years. Heirloom, the perfect sleep night after night at Home Sleep Express.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A rescue effort in South Texas saved hundreds of sea turtles this week.
Wildlife rescue teams saved more than 300 cold-stunned sea turtles since Monday. The water temps dipped below 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the region, leaving the animals unable to move. The rescued turtles were released at a Corpus Christi park, and I've actually been to that beach.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, Corpus Christi is a lovely beach. I didn't realize it had so many sea turtles. I didn't realize it had sea turtles at all, but I guess it makes sense because it's the ocean, it's the sea. So they
Putting two and two together right there.
Yeah. I just never saw one over there.
Don't get the turtles up here, because if they're cold in sub 50-degree weather, they'd be really frozen.
Oh,
here.
yeah, not good. Not good news for them up here. Nope. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans featuring modern kitchens, spacious living areas, and ample storage. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room, scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs, Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
All right, look at those wind chills in the morning, 15 to probably 20 below, but definitely improvement towards the afternoon. Hopefully this is the last time I have to show wind chill. Probably another week
I hope
would be
it's
nice,
last time
but
too.
we do have snow coming back this weekend, but those temperatures all in the 20s, and possibly some areas might hit freezing next week.
You like it cold, though.
Oh, I love it. More better.
It's crazy. No, we like the 30s.
Yeah.
30 team over here. All right, that does it for us at 10.
See you tomorrow.